Creating a bulleted or numbered list seems simple, right? And it is. But there is one small detail that makes a big difference for accessibility, and that's what we're covering today. When we're talking about lists on our website, blog posts, or PDFs, we're really talking about grouping or organizing certain parts of our content. So let's start by defining the two main types of lists. There are unordered lists, which are what we normally think of as a bulleted list. In these lists, the order of the items doesn't matter. Think grocery list, packing list, or list of ingredients for a recipe. The other type of list is called an ordered list. And yep, you guessed it, the order matters, and these are built using numbers rather than bullet points. Examples of ordered lists would be instructions on building something or the steps to a recipe. When you are adding a list to your post, doc, or email, it's important to use the built-in tools for lists. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put a picture up here of the standard icons for the list tools. Don't just type asterisks or numbers or use alt codes with your keyboard when making lists. Visually, your content will look like a list, but behind the scenes, it isn't offering the structure that you intend it to. When you use the real bulleted list or numbered list tool, you're creating the proper formatting. That structure tells assistive technology that this is a list. And that matters because someone using a screen reader, a properly created list is announced as a list. It may tell them how many items are in the list, and it also helps them understand that those items belong together. That gives the content more meaning and makes it easier to follow. But when someone types a dash, a number, or a star by hand, it just looks like a list. To a screen reader user, it will just sound like random lines of text. So instead of hearing a clear grouping of related points, they may hear something confusing, choppy, or harder to process. This is one of those accessibility issues that is easy to overlook because the result looks fine. But remember, accessibility is not only about how something looks. It is more importantly about if the structure is correct. Lists are a great example of that. Let's look at some simple examples.
So I just did a quick search of the benefits of massage therapy. And here we are on the Mayo Clinic website. And you can see here as we go down, they have a number of bulleted list examples. So they list out here some of the conditions that massage therapy can help with. Then they start to talk about the physical benefits, and they list out a number of physical benefits, and then mental health benefits. And then even as we continue down here, they list questions to ask a massage therapist. So these are great options of the proper way to use a bulleted list. And it shows you like it doesn't matter the order of any of these items. It's just grouping them together under a particular topic to organize your content for your users. Now, if we hop over here, and I just did a search of chocolate bundt cake because who wouldn't like to have chocolate cake after a massage? And as we scroll down, I think recipes are kind of the best way to show the difference between two types of lists. So as we go down here we have the directions for the recipe. This is a numbered list or an ordered list because you have to do these things in a certain order in order for the recipe to turn out correctly. And here they have the list of the ingredients, and they chose to make these interactive checkboxes for the ingredients, but this is just another way to display an unordered list because these are the ingredients that you need for the recipe. It doesn't matter what order you gather them in, you just need to have them all. But once you start to make your bundt cake, you need to do those steps in a particular order. So this is a great example showing both lists side by side of what we're talking about when we're talking about unordered and ordered lists.
This list reminds me of a bonus tip for you. Your bullets or numbers don't need to be boring. Depending on your platform, there may be a drop-down for you to choose different styles for your bullets and numbers. But you can also use Unicodes to be more unique. But these must be added through CSS. Currently on my own site, I use a diamond shape for my bullet points. So you can have fun here, but just keep in mind, don't go crazy. The The symbol isn't the important part, the content is. Here's the takeaway. If it's a list, make it a real list. Don't fake it with keyboard characters just because it's faster. Using the built-in list tool helps make your content more clear, more organized, and more accessible. This is a quick win. You don't need to know code. You just need to use the tools available and meant for making lists. The next time you're adding bullet points to a page, a blog post, a freebie, or a document, take the extra second and make sure you're creating the list the correct way. I hope this video was helpful, and I'd love for you to stick around and subscribe. If you have questions about how to make something on your website accessible, drop it in the comments below so we can help you create your inclusive brand. Until next time, bye.